Should you pay for LinkedIn Premium while you're job searching? Clients ask me this all the time. I don't pay for it. I don't have LinkedIn Premium. And here's why I think you should skip it too. So, the short answer is it's probably not worth it, honestly. There is a 30-day free trial. So, if you wanted to try it out and see what the features are, I suggest doing the 30-day free trial during your job search. Do it during the 30 days that you're most active in your job search because it might help you then. But other than that, I don't actually suggest subscribing even after the trial. What does LinkedIn Premium actually give you? So you get more in-mails, you get who's viewed your profile, LinkedIn Learning, you get application insights and open profile. So let's go through those and see if it's worth it for the job search. So number one, more in-mails. The way around this, I do think in-mails can be helpful for sending messages to decision makers and referrals and things like that. However, you can just send a connection request with a message. I think the messages are also limited there, but you can still send the connection request. And after they connect, you can then send a message endlessly, unlimited once they're a connection. So I suggest doing that. Who's viewed your profile? I honestly hate this feature. I've shut it off for many years now. I mean, I haven't had it on for a long time because I just realized it really distracted me and it actually just stressed me out because it's not a helpful data point unless that person who's viewed your profile has actually taken an action. When I used to be in sales, it was somewhat of a helpful signal, but for job searching, it seems like it's a helpful signal if someone's looking at your profile, but it is honestly just a distraction. I think it's not helpful, and I think it's just adding extra stress to your unnecessary stress to your job search because you think it's a meaningful signal, but it's actually not, and you can spiral into thinking, oh, they looked at my profile, but they didn't say they haven't responded, etc., etc. You don't need that. It's just a distraction. LinkedIn Learning seems like a cool feature, but honestly, my real opinion on it, I've never taken anything, and I think it's cool that they help you learn, but there's a lot of free education on YouTube, on the internet. So you can probably get similar, if not better, education for free on the internet, on YouTube, etc. Application insights. This is also another thing that I think could just stress you out in terms of how you stack up against other candidates. I don't think that's helpful to know. I think you just need to be laser focused on your own process and your own strategy. And I suggest following the strategy that I teach in Job Search OS, which is my community for job seekers. If you're job searching right now and you're stuck and you're not sure what to do, or you're not sure how to get into interviews, this community is for you. It's for tech folks, especially. It's a natural next step, no pressure. But if you are wanting support, that is the best community to go to. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. So yeah, application insights again just helps you spiral more instead of staying focused and staying grounded in your own process. The open profile lets anyone message you. The most helpful connections and messages come from warm introductions, not necessarily cold introductions. So I don't think that's necessarily that helpful either. So overall, I really don't think it's worth it. I know people are, wondering this quite a bit. Will this help me boost my profile? Will I get more access to jobs that don't exist to anyone else? No, the answer is no. The jobs are accessible to everyone. It doesn't boost your profile to recruiters. It doesn't give you anything special except these things I just listed as of this date that I know about. Maybe they'll add other features that I don't know about, but as of right now in 2026, I don't think it's worth it for a job seeker to spend that money on a profile. You're better off spending that money on a career coach, on getting your resume reviewed, or something along the lines of that. There's no guaranteed visibility, no guaranteed job matches, no real relationships, none of that. What you do want to do on LinkedIn, which is gonna help you a lot, is to optimize your profile and make sure that you're visible. What helps you be visible is having a really clear and sharp profile, which again is something that I teach in Job Search OS. And I have, step-by-step process of how to make every single section on your LinkedIn make sure that it's working hard for you. So you want your profile to be really clear. We need to know within seconds who you are, what career and job that you're targeting, and where you're trying to go. So that needs to be really clear. The other thing is you want to engage with your network, right? So that boosts your profile. The way that to boost the algorithm in your favor is to engage on the platform. So it can be as little and as simple as just liking and content on there. What was even better for you during your job search is to comment, is to post on your own. Although don't let posting and the challenge post content on there to block you from doing your job search. So how I suggest people start if they're brand new and they want to boost their visibility is to comment on other thought leader content, especially in your industry and in your niche and in your role. So you can do that. You can send messages to recruiters. You can send messages to hiring managers, which is also what I suggest doing on there. Leverage warm connections, leverage your network, constantly be networking, connect with others, send connection requests every week. There's no harm in doing that. And it helps you. You want to get to at least 500 connections plus, because that will just make sure that showing the 500 plus on your profile. Plus, it just, again, helps the algorithm. You want these small things to help visibility. Recruiters are on the back end of LinkedIn searching for you. So they are searching keywords, your title, they are searching your target role. So your profile should show up in those searches. And the way that they show up in those searches is to make sure that your profile is sharp and strong and has those keywords in specific places, the tagline, the about section, your work experience. Those are some of the sections that need to have clear visibility and clarity of what job you do, where you're trying to go, what's your expertise, etc. So if those are all optimized, you will start bubbling up on those recruiter searches, which 99% of recruiters are on the back end looking for people like you. So it is a really, really powerful tool. I do think LinkedIn is essential, especially if you're in tech, and people will likely see you on LinkedIn before they see your resume. And in my process, I know that's something that I encourage people to put their LinkedIn link in their email signature so people can click and see who you are. And I encourage that above even sending a resume in your email, for example. But premium is not necessarily as useful as it sounds. So I don't think you need it. I think you can leverage the platform just as easily and just as well without it. If you find that you need more emails, again, you can just connect first and then message folks unlimited after that. So there's ways around certain things. I think recently they stopped allowing you to send a message unlimited in every single connection request, which is unfortunate because that is a really helpful tool. Again, just send the connection anyway. So you use that limit every single week for a message inside of the connection request. But most of the premium offers are either free elsewhere. Like I said, LinkedIn Learning, again, you can find a lot of education on YouTube for free. The real unlock is actually a strategic job search, a systematic outreach system that's via email primarily and LinkedIn as a backup, and applying in high volume, everything that I teach in Job Search RS essentially. And if you want help building that, come join us in the community. Again, no pressure. It's just the natural next step if you would like. But if you have gone all the way to the end of this video and you feel like, yes, I want more support, I want someone in my corner as I'm interviewing, as I'm doing outreach, as I'm getting traction, and so you can compress your time to an offer to a couple of weeks and months instead of 6 to 9 months, as a lot of job seekers are in the market a long time, then come join us. Link is in the description.